morning folks, good morning. Bright and breezy, very nice day today, but a little bit chilly. So I'm just off to get some breakfast this morning. What a lovely evening I had last night. What a fantastic bunch of people I met in Hungary, wow. So yeah, we're just going to get some breakfast now and we're going to be leaving this little town. We're heading now to another town, well after breakfast, to another town called Komarno, I believe it's called. And again, it's separated by the Danube from another town just in Hungary called Komárno, I think it is, or Komarom. And they used to be the same town back in the day. This part of Slovakia used to be Hungary, long story short. So the two towns, they used to be one town at one point, but then the countries got divided. So now they're two separate towns, like I say, separated by the Danube. So it's about an hour to an hour and a half away from here. So again, it's a border town, so we're passing by. So we're going to go and check that little place out. I don't know what there is to see, but it's on the way, so why not? So let's go and find this little cafe and enjoy this day. Let's go. So what I'm noticing, guys, I don't know if I've mentioned this in any of the videos, I don't think, in this series. There's quite a lot of elderly people, that's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm still a bit tired. There's quite a lot of elderly people, especially in this town here. Reminds me of my own country. You know, people have commented on that of Wales. They say there's a lot of old people here, and I've noticed that in general around Slovakia here. And I'm wondering if it's because a lot of the youth, they leave the country in order to have a better life and to get more money, you know, to earn a better living. I was speaking to the guy in the bar last night and he was saying that the money around here is quite bad, and a lot of people do try to leave. So, and like I say, they were colonised for quite a long time. Is colonised the right word? But they couldn't leave their country. So now that they can, a lot of them do, you know, for, like I say, to make a better life, to earn more money. So maybe that's the reason why there's quite a lot of old people in this town. Like here, look, all these people in front of me are fairly old. You might not see them because they're quite far away, some of them, but yeah, interesting. Provecho. Well guys, that was that. Lovely breakfast, hard, just what I needed. Just what I needed. So we're going to head off now to Komarno. Vamos, let's go guys, let's go. An Arriva bus in the arse end of Slovakia. Very random. Okay guys, we have arrived, and very difficult trying to get a parking ticket then. I had to get a local woman to come and help me. The machine wasn't playing ball, wasn't wanting what I wanted. Anyway guys, we're here, Komárno. So let's go into the town. I've just booked my car in for a couple of hours there. Like I said, I don't know what there is to see and do here, apart from head over to Hungary on the bridge. But we'll go and check out the main part of the town and see what's going on. Here we go guys, almost instantly into the town here. You see some spires there, so there's a church, which often means it's the centre. So some nice historical buildings straight away. This beautiful one here, little pizza restaurant. Anyway, we're going to head here, derecho, straight ahead. So no idea what that building is, but it's got a lovely clock on the top. Very nice. It's like a big square area here. Quite a big open space. Some really old buildings just there. So we're gonna head this way, guys, because this is the way to the bridge, I believe. Once again, a very quiet town and lots of stairs. Instantly, guys. Even the woman that helped me with the ticket for the see, people staring straight away. Even the woman helping me with the ticket, then she was like, "Ah, where are you from? Why are you here? Why are you in this little town?" I love that. I do. Anyway, guys, very quiet indeed. Coming up to one of the church of Komárno. This is the museum here. It's looking like it's closed, and but you get a nice view of the church from here, if that's your kind of thing. This is apparently the centre of the town, so yeah, man, quiet as. So as we're walking through downtown, just to let you guys know, this is on the Slovakian side here. It has a population of just over 100,000 people, but apparently 70,000 of those people are Hungarian on the Slovakian side. Like I was saying before, this used to be in Hungary, so the language I think is primarily Hungarian, even though it's in Slovakia. How interesting, eh? And that goes for the same of the town where I've just been. When I was speaking to the guy behind the bar last night, he said a lot of the people on the Slovakian side, Strovano, the name of the town we've just been to, he said many people speak Hungarian there rather than Slovakian. So there's another part of the town just over there. The bridge is just here beyond, so we'll go that way a bit later. We'll just check out this part of the town first, see if there's anything more interesting going on around here. I think where we've just walked through was the old town. You can see all of the old buildings. This is all quite new looking, so but we'll still go and have a gander. Let's go and have a look. I'm just turning down this road here and I've spotted what looks like a castle. Let's go and check that out, shall we? It looks rather interesting, like a round castle with a little spire on top. So this is what I spotted, guys. It's here. I couldn't really find any information online about it, but what I have just found out is that it's a water tower, apparently. Very fancy water tower, but let's go and have a little close-up of it while we're here. It's inside a nice little park here, nice green area. But yeah, I thought it was some kind of castle or something, but let's go and check out this water tower. Oh, there we go, guys. Whatever a water tower is, Slovakia do them pretty fancy. Some guys cleaning off the graffiti at the bottom of it down here. Well, there we go, the water tower of Komarno. Let's go back into the town and head over the bridge into Hungary. I guess we can all feel a bit like that every now and again, eh? The weight of the world on our shoulders. So I'm just coming back into the old part of the town from another angle. I just found like another small little street to venture down, but as you saw, absolutely nothing there really. There's the church that we saw before, so let's cut down there because that's the way to the bridge. We've just been down that way, that's where we came from, that's where we parked. Coming up to the bridge here now, guys, as you can see. Try and get across without getting run over. Some people stop for pedestrians, some don't, that's the thing. So just before you get to the Danube, there's kind of like an inlet here where it looks quite industrial. You've got the big cranes here, which obviously put things onto boats, and then whatever they put on the boats they take from here it heads off into the Danube then. So you got a little train here, check that out. The old train here. So yeah, clearly they bring stuff in here, that grabs it, puts it onto the boat, and then they head on down the Danube with whatever goods they've got. That's my guess. So you can see the bridge in the distance there, and there's a little exchange place here where you can get Hungarian money, the currency. I actually thought it was, for some reason, they used euro, but I found out last night they didn't, so I had to pay by card for everything over in Hungary, which was a bit strange. But yeah, I could have sworn it was the euro, but nope. Anyway guys, coming up to the bridge. Looks quite similar to the other bridge that we crossed yesterday. Same kind of design. Almost looks like the big version of the one in Rill. If anyone knows the blue bridge in Rill, if that was painted blue, I could be deceived. Goodbye, Komárno. Hello, Komarom. There we go, a nicely framed bridge for you guys. So here we go, the Danube once again. We meet again. We'll have to stop meeting like this. People are going to start talking about me and Danube. Anyway guys, like I say, very similar to the other bridge we were at yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful. So I've just had a quick squiz online to see what's to see here in Komárno. I hope I'm saying that right. Doesn't seem to be much at all, apart from a nice looking museum. So we don't have a lot of time, so we'll just head to the museum, have a look at that, and see what we see along the way. But like I say guys, it's just a short stop here. I just find it interesting that you can cross the border by foot with no passport needed or anything. You just kind of walk by. As you guys know, I have a little fetish for the old borders. Here we go, the other side of the bridge. Welcome to Hungary, welcome to Komárno, sorry, Komarom, the wrong one. The town just heads straight down, basically the road just goes straight down here. The museum's just pretty much straight down there, and we pass through the middle of the town. So we're going to see everything we can pretty much of the actual town itself. But as you can see here guys, big railway line here. And there's a lot of the trains that will take stuff. I forget, can't think of the word I'm trying to think of, guys. Carriages, you know, the carriages that take stuff to places. There we go, look, all down there. Well, wasn't expecting that. First thing I'm greeted by is a big massive Tesco. Have I come home? So guys, you might be able to see a woman just there filling water up. She's filling containers up of water, so that's like a free, like a well basically. And apparently the water, the tap water here in Slovakia and Hungary, I guess, very fresh, some of the freshest water that you'll get because it comes straight from the mountains, you know. So very good to know. And that goes for the same in different countries in Europe, Switzerland, Austria, definitely. You know, the water is very, very fresh compared to other places and other countries you go to where you can't drink it, you can't even brush your teeth with it. Yeah, it's massive differences within the world, eh? So here we go, this is apparently bang on the centre. This is where all the action happens in Komarom. Kind of residential here as well, some flats here. So it's kind of like the middle of the town, but it's also residential, if that makes sense. It's kind of a bit of a mishmash. Wonder if that's where Banksy got his inspiration from for his piece of art. Some guy throwing a bottle there, flamethrower. Well, a bottle with, yeah, with paper on the top, like a petrol bomb, basically. Interesting. So in the distance there, guys, another fake flower shop. Very residential down that way. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is with the fake flowers. Like, maybe it's just a cheap way of decorating places, you know. I guess that's what it is. They just last for ages, don't they? And it looks nice, do you know what I mean? Because like I say, this part of the country is quite poor, I think. So just coming up to the museum here, guys. We've passed Central, we've passed the town, so we're heading quite far out of the town. Actually, I've walked about 15 minutes out of the town here. So here is the museum. This is what I walked all the way here for. Anyway, guys, we're not going to go any further. That's the part of the building I saw online. I thought it looked very interesting. There we go. If you ever come here, Komarom, and you want to come to the museum, this is where it is, guys. That just heads on out of the town now. So I'm going to head back over the bridge into Slovakia, jump in the car and head back to Bratislava, guys. I'm going to take some smaller roads. I can go direct there, but I've spotted a nice little road that goes through a lot of little villages or small towns, so that's gonna be done. Let's head back. So because I'm walking through quite a residential area, like I say, it's like the town, but there's quite a lot of residential areas here as well. You got the flats here, some behind me here, so the local people really are looking at me. Not all of them, but a lot of them, probably wondering, like, what the hell is he doing here? Why is he here? There's nothing for him to see here, you know. That's very true, but that's why I like to come into little places like this, because there isn't really anything to see except for how people live here and what is here, you know. It's nice, you know, it's nice going to all the famous places and the more well-known places and the places with things to see, but also when there's nothing to see, there's still things to see, do you know what I mean? Little shisha bar there, tiny little pub there. If I wasn't driving, guys, I'd be having a Swifty in there right now, but I got to get behind the wheel. Nice fruit shop. Something else I am noticing here again is the amount of elderly people here in comparison to the young. And yeah, it has to be that they leave for pastures new, you know, to try and have a better life for themselves. But again, that's what I kind of like about coming to places like this, is seeing these differences, do you know what I mean? And just seeing how the old people are just getting by, and they've been living here their whole lives, man, pretty much, I'm guarantee that. So right in the middle of the town here, you've got, these are actually lived in. There's some clothes hanging up in the one place there. These are looking pretty run down, but lived in. And it's right in the middle of the town here, as you can see, next to quite a fancy bar. So it seems like the division of poverty and wealth, if there is much wealth here, is yeah, just pretty much living right next to one another. So just heading back onto the bridge here now, and there's a little road down there, and the houses look pretty decent down there. They look quite fancy. So haven't got time to go down there. I need to get back for my car. Don't want to be getting a fine in the parking space. The bridge. Goodbye, Komarom. Hello, Komárno. Folks, I was speaking to someone else about this a few days ago. I'm not too keen on heights, you know. When I feel safe, I'm fine, but I don't like standing too close to the edge of things. if it's, you know, if there's a big drop and there's nothing in between me and that drop. And sometimes I get the feeling of like I want to jump off. It's very strange. And I was speaking to someone the other day, and they said it before I said it, and I was like, no way. Somebody else feels the same, gets them same kind of urges. And I've just had that on this bridge, where I've just thought to myself, imagine if I just jumped off here now in the middle of the river. And I get this like feeling of like a magnet pulling me towards the edge. It's weird, man. Does anyone else get that? It's quite scary in a way, because I don't know why I think that. But like I say, when someone else mentioned it the other day, I was like, wow, that's mad. I've never heard anyone else say that. I thought it was just me and a bit of a weird side to me. But let me know, guys, if any of you get that feeling, that like pull towards the edge when you're really high up on something. I don't like it. Anyway, coming to the end of the bridge now. Back on Slovenian soil. There we go. Slovakian, sorry, Slovakian. Slovenian? What? Viking pub. Once again, guys, if I wasn't driving, I would be in there like a shot. But we're just coming back to the car now. I need to grab something to munch. Starving. Well, there we go, guys. Time to head back to Bratislava now. Like I said before, I'm going to take a off the beaten path, quote unquote, route back, just through some small little villages and towns. So let's go. Guys, just like that, back to where the fun began. Airport. Just dropping the car off now and then heading back into Bratislava to spend the last evening here in Slovakia. So folks, just had a little rest. It's getting dark. I just brought myself down to the river here because it's sunset time. Check out that sky, man. Just made it down in time. Looking absolutely beautiful over the Danube. This is the bridge, if you remember from one of the first videos, the UFO viewpoint just up there. It's looking absolutely beautiful, man. Look at this. I'm just going to hang out down here for a little while. I'm sure you can imagine why. And then I'm going to get some dinner, a few drinks, spend my last night here in Bratislava. What a lovely evening.